Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Martin Luther King, Jr. Martin Luther King, Jr., born on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia, was one of the most prominent leaders of the civil rights movement in the United States. As a Baptist minister, King combined his spiritual beliefs with a passionate call for racial equality and justice, striving to eradicate racial segregation through nonviolent resistance. His life exemplified his unwavering belief in justice, equality, and the power of love and nonviolence. King was raised in a religious and socially conscious household, with his father, Martin Luther King Sr., serving as a pastor and his mother, Alberta Williams King, instilling the values of compassion and service. He excelled academically, entering Morehouse College at just 15, where he began to understand the deep-rooted racial injustices in America. King went on to earn a degree in sociology and later attended Crozer Theological Seminary, where he studied the philosophies of nonviolent resistance inspired by Mahatma Gandhi. King's activism took a pivotal turn in 1955 with the Montgomery Bus Boycott, sparked by Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her seat to a white passenger. As a leader of the boycott, King's message of peaceful resistance quickly gained national attention. His powerful oratory and ability to rally people around the cause of justice led to the successful desegregation of Montgomery's bus system. A major victory for the civil rights movement, in 1957, he co-founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, a coalition of black churches advocating for civil rights. Through this platform, King organized nonviolent protests across the South, advocating for desegregation, voting rights, and economic justice. I Have a Dream, one of King's most iconic moments, came during the 1963 March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, where he delivered his historic "I Have a Dream" speech. Standing before hundreds of thousands at the Lincoln Memorial, King envisioned a future where all Americans, regardless of race, would live in equality. This speech became a defining moment in American history, symbolizing the moral and ethical vision of the civil rights movement. In 1964, King was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his nonviolent efforts to combat racial inequality. Yet, his work was far from over. He continued to lead marches, protests, and campaigns throughout the 1960s, expanding his efforts to address poverty and oppose the Vietnam War. Despite increasing opposition, King remained steadfast in his commitment to nonviolence and justice. On April 4, 1968, while in Memphis, Tennessee, to support striking sanitation workers, Martin Luther King Jr. was tragically assassinated. His death shocked the nation, but his legacy endures. King's tireless fight for justice paved the way for landmark civil rights legislation, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. King's teachings continue to inspire movements for justice, equality, and human rights around the world. His life was a testament to the belief that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Martin Luther King Jr. remains an iconic figure whose vision for a just society still resonates today. His birthday is celebrated as a national holiday in the U.S., and his influence is felt globally, from movements for racial justice to the fight against inequality in all its forms. King's legacy is a beacon for those committed to creating a more equitable and compassionate world. In conclusion, Martin Luther King Jr.'s life was a testament to the enduring power of nonviolence, faith, and justice. His courageous leadership in the face of overwhelming adversity helped dismantle institutionalized racism and inspired generations to continue the struggle for equality. King's vision of a society rooted in love, unity, and respect for all humankind remains as relevant today as it was during his time. His legacy lives on as a moral compass, guiding the pursuit of justice and equality across the globe, reminding us that the fight for civil rights is far from over.